with Bad Boy at one point.
I started kicking it with Diddy, right? I ran around with Diddy for 2 years, and this nigga Diddy, we never went to the studio one time, but he was like, "Yo, I fuck with your demo, you know, Bad Boy, but hey, Playboy, hey, here go a watch, Playboy, here go a chain, Playboy." I'm like, "Yo, we ever gonna rap?" This nigga like,
"Nah, what the fuck y'all was doing for 2 years?"
Yo, but the jet leaves at 5. We going to Miami, Playboy. We going to, you know what I'm saying? We going to New York. We in ATL this weekend, Playboy, pop out. And I was going everywhere with Diddy, and then one day this nigga Diddy, me and Diddy was smoking. He was like, "You know what?" Like he was really about to just give me some major game, right? He like, "You know what I've been thinking? You belong with Dr. Dre." I'm like, "No, you don't fucking say."
All right, buckle up, y'all, because tonight we're diving deep into one of the most twisted and hidden sides of the music industry. Behind the glitz, glam, and million-dollar smiles lies a world that most fans never get to see. From wild parties to shady connections, the story I'm about to reveal has more layers than you can imagine. And trust me, by the time we're done, you're going to question everything you thought you knew about your favorite artists. Was it all just fame and fortune?
You make all these new allegations, Cuba.
God's will be done.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. You know, I think Americans buy in bulk.
Or was there something darker lurking behind those VIP ropes? Let's dive in and find out. So let's start with Diddy. Yep, the iconic mogul whose name is pretty much synonymous with hip-hop royalty. But what if I told you that behind all that success, there's a side of Diddy that's been kept hidden away? And it's not just whispers anymore. New leaks, old connections resurfacing, and allegations have started coming in from all corners. People who were once close to Diddy are now spilling the tea, hinting that there's a lot more going on than we ever realized. I'm talking about power plays.
Fully escape it though, like your name, for example, was mentioned in the Diddy case.
Which was the most ridiculous thing ever.
Because you barely know
This is the
right?
most ridiculous thing ever. But again, welcome to being a celebrity. Welcome to my
Unexpected alliances and relationships that went way beyond music. First up on this wild ride is French Montana. Now, y'all already know him as the Moroccan-American rapper who hit it big, but here's where things start getting interesting. For years, rumors swirled about French and his special bond with Diddy. Sure, they went to events together, shared red carpets, and hit up exclusive parties, but some fans started noticing the, let's say, unique way Diddy acted around French. There were whispers that their connection was more than just professional, and as time went on, things got weirder. Now let's rewind to that infamous birthday video.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear French. Happy birthday to you. It's a special birthday for both of us.
If you know, you know. Picture this. Diddy, holding a glass, singing happy birthday to French Montana, who's looking all shiny like he just got out of some kind of spa treatment. But it wasn't just any birthday message. Fans were quick to notice that Diddy's vibe in this video was off. It wasn't exactly giving brothers, if you know what I mean. And this wasn't an isolated moment either. Diddy seemed to have a thing for these happy birthday serenades, often doing them in ways that made people question what was really going on behind the scenes. And French wasn't the only one who allegedly got special treatment from Diddy. Enter The Game, a rapper who was reportedly close with Diddy for a couple of years. But according to The Game, their relationship had some seriously strange undertones. The Game even hinted that Diddy wasn't always interested in helping him as an artist, but seemed more focused on keeping him close, suspiciously close. And when The Game eventually walked away, Diddy's reaction wasn't exactly warm.
Maintain a relationship over the years or not really?
I still got a relationship with Puff. Whenever I talk to him, it's always gonna be the same. He ain't never been nothing to me but a good person. I've been around Puff for millions of times, and I ain't never seen, you know, none of the shit that people are talking about, but that's just my experience. I don't know what other people experience, if it's true, if it's not true, or whatever. I just know Puff always been good, a good mentor and a good big brother and somebody in hip hop that I looked up to for obvious reasons.
So here's where things start getting really wild. Rumors started popping up that Diddy wasn't just keeping these guys around as friends or artists on his label. Word on the street was that he saw them as, well, let's just say, something closer to boy toys. Yep, you heard that right. These rappers who thought they were getting their big break started realizing that Diddy might have had other plans for them. And these plans were way off from studio sessions and hit records. Diddy allegedly kept certain artists close to him, offering a high life filled with private jets and luxury getaways. But was it really worth the price they were paying? But the French-Montana connection didn't end there. Over the years, there were more and more signs that Diddy was keeping him under his influence. fans started noticing that whenever French tried to distance himself, Diddy would do something to bring him back in. And here's the kicker. Every time French tried to step away, allegations of misconduct started popping up around him. Coincidence? Or was there something deeper at play?
I was trying to catch flashbacks because I don't really remember nothing like before 2019 like that. So I just...
Why you don't remember that?
That was the year like I really stopped drinking. So it's like, you know, we used to have a lot of wild nights in LA.
Ass quenching nights.
And let's not forget that interview with The Game on Drink Champs, where he dropped some cryptic hints about his time with Diddy. He spoke about how certain rappers hide in the closet, trying to maintain a certain image while concealing their true lives. Was he throwing shade at Diddy? Fans certainly think so, especially when he mentioned being pulled into situations he didn't sign up for. And that wasn't all. The Game went on to talk about the lengths some of these rappers would go to keep their secrets hidden, even if it meant stringing along women and living double lives. It was like he was pulling back the curtain on an industry that's way more complicated and a lot darker than anyone knew. So by now, y'all are probably thinking, how did Diddy manage to keep these rappers under his thumb? Well, here's where things get even messier. Over time, Diddy started getting a reputation for being what fans call a sugar daddy in the industry. Rumor has it that he'd bring younger, up-and-coming artists into his circle, shower them with luxuries, and keep them close. And let's be real, it wasn't because he just wanted to help their careers. Reports started surfacing that Diddy had a pattern of mentoring these young men, but in reality, he was pulling them into a lifestyle that they never signed up for. And then there's French Montana. Now, you'd think he'd want to break free from Diddy after all these strange moments, right? But every time he tried, it's like something would pull him right back. Some fans even believe that Diddy had something on him, like maybe some photos or videos that would be way too scandalous to see the light of day. And let's just say the internet was buzzing with whispers of blackmail, especially with the way Diddy seemed to hold on tight whenever French tried to distance himself. Was it fear or loyalty? We might never know, but one thing is certain. French wasn't the only one feeling this strange pressure from Diddy. Then we get to another twist in this tale. Yep, it involves Usher. Now, Usher and Diddy go way back, but the rumors that popped up about them are just on another level. There's even talk that Diddy allegedly gave Usher a certain disease, a rumor that became so big it led to lawsuits and huge legal drama. And if you thought things couldn't get wilder, Usher's story started to echo the experiences of other artists tied to Diddy. Artists were coming forward, hinting that Diddy's mentorship went beyond the music and into territories that were much more personal. Was this just about fame, or was something way more sinister lurking beneath the surface? But y'all, let's not forget Jaguar Wright. She's been on a mission to expose some deep secrets in the music industry. And when she got to Diddy, she didn't hold back. Jaguar didn't just hint. She outright said that Diddy has had inappropriate relationships with young men in the industry, promising them success and pulling them into twisted situations. According to her, some of these artists came out of Diddy's world deeply scarred. And the most shocking part? She claims that many young men have tried to escape this so-called mentorship, but were too terrified to speak out.
You're not even gay man because you won't claim it. No, you want to sit around and pretend to like bitch because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
Fearing Diddy's powerful reach. Now, if you think the rabbit hole couldn't go any deeper, let's talk about Basher Gray, aka Hakeem from Empire. Basher came into the industry with big dreams, and thanks to connections, he found himself mingling with Hollywood's elite. But here's the catch. He too crossed paths with Diddy, and according to multiple insiders, his life was never the same afterward. Basher went from rising star to a man facing serious personal and legal battles, and some fans think that his downfall has Diddy's fingerprints all over it. Rumors suggest that Basher's career crashed after he tried to break away from Diddy, and insiders believe that Diddy didn't take this lightly. So here's the alleged pattern. Diddy takes these young, impressionable men under his wing, promising them stardom, access to luxury, and fame. But as soon as they try to leave, things start going south. Basher's story is one of the more heartbreaking ones, as sources reveal he was allegedly blacklisted when he no longer wanted to play by Diddy's rules.
Bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bashir Gray, left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed a doctor.
Just like Cassie, Basher supposedly faced threats to his career if he dared walk away. And if you're keeping track, it seems like Diddy had a way of locking in these artists, keeping them dependent on his mentorship no matter the cost. Then there's YK Osiris. a young rapper who showed promise, but quickly got wrapped up in the lifestyle that comes with Diddy's inner circle. Now, if you remember, there were those super suspicious photos of Diddy and YK on a vacation in Jamaica. But y'all, it wasn't just a vacation. It looked way more like a romantic getaway. Fans started side-eyeing the whole trip, with some even saying that YK Osiris was being groomed by Diddy as his next boy toy. And the rumors didn't stop there. People began connecting dots between YK's sudden fame, his apparent loyalty to Diddy, and the way he was flaunting a lifestyle he couldn't exactly afford on his own.
They always want you to, you know what these rappers, all these singers, all these big rappers y'all look up to? They always tell you what the good part about, but they never tell you what the bad part. And that's crazy, man. Yeah, they got all this money, but they're dealing with emo spirits. They're dealing with...
So we've got French Montana, The Game, Usher, Basher Gray, and now YK Osiris, all artists who found themselves in Diddy's orbit, with stories that eerily echo each other, whether it's lavish trips, loyalty that borders on forced, or trying to escape only to have their careers mysteriously plummet. A pattern seems to be emerging. And that's not even counting the whispers that Diddy records compromising footage of some of these men to keep them tied to him. It's almost like he created this web of control, promising fame but with strings attached. And just when you thought it was over...
Tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
You know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling. And
No, Miss Optional today, I didn't talk to her.
No. Is Diddy gonna go to jail? What do you think?
I think he's in trouble.
Enter 50 Cent, who's been all over social media, hinting that he's sitting on footage of Diddy's so-called freak-offs with some of these rappers. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently 50's planning to drop a documentary with never-before-seen footage that could blow the lid off everything. So, if you think what we've uncovered so far is shocking, this documentary could be the tipping point that brings everything to light. Is 50 Cent just trolling? Or does he really have the receipts that could change the game for Diddy once and for all? And if you're thinking...
Pop was like, first he was amping him to get style. Then he was like, when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it. This is Pop. Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, why don't we go shopping or some shit? I mean, I pay for it. And I was like, what the f this nigga just said?
Is Diddy really the only one involved in these kinds of stories? The answer might surprise you. Diddy's not the first big name in Hollywood to face these kinds of allegations, and he certainly won't be the last. For years, the entertainment industry has thrived on these closed-door secrets, with powerful figures using their influence to shape, control, and silence those who could expose them. Diddy's story might just be a glimpse into a much bigger world where loyalty is bought, silence is enforced, and fame always comes with a price. This isn't just about one man. It's about an entire system built to protect those at the top. It's almost like we're watching a real-life, surviving Diddy saga unfold, with new voices emerging every few months. More artists, insiders, and even former staff are starting to share their experiences, and what they reveal paints a disturbing picture. It's as if these stories have been bubbling under the surface for years, but now they're finally coming out, and the industry can't ignore them anymore. Each new revelation adds another piece to the puzzle, and at this rate, it's only a matter of time before everything is exposed. But the real question is, how many more are out there, too afraid to speak up? Ultimately, this story is about the cost of fame. Is it worth everything? The glamour, the money, the power? If it means giving up control, facing betrayal, or living a lie? We may never know the full truth behind Diddy's empire, but one thing's clear. For those who've lived it, the price has been way higher than any of us could imagine. Maybe it's time for these dark secrets to finally see the light. And if 50 Cent's documentary does drop, maybe we'll finally get the closure that's been a long time coming. So hold on to your seats, because the industry's next big shakeup might just be around the corner. So what do you think?
Full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
Is this all just part of the industry's crazy rumor mill, or is there a side to Diddy that he's worked hard to keep hidden? As more and more people step forward, it's starting to look like we're only scratching the surface of a much deeper story. And if these allegations are true, what does it say about the music industry as a whole? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this story isn't over yet. Who knows what else will come to light next?